Hello and welcome to Microsoft Hates Greg. My name is Greg Deckler, and today we're going to be looking at two new theme generators. I have no idea why theme generators for Power BI are so popular, but they are and provides content for the channel, so that's just perfectly fine. The first one that we're going to be taking a look at is by Maxim Anatsko. Hope I pronounced that okay. That is this individual here. Pretty nice looking web page overall. So it's pretty, I'd call it fairly basic, but it's got some cool features to it. Um, Now I'm not personally a big fan of these fly out panes and drilling down and that sort of thing, but it does work in terms of for, this. I might have like some categories over here for the top categories maybe. I don't know. But anyway, let's get into this. So, I could say my test theme, right? And then you can go in here into data colors, you can add an item, right? So I'm going to add that, going to add another one, add another one, add another one. So you can go in here, right? And say, hey, I want this one to be blue. So it gives you the hash code, or you can got this color, the normal kind of color wheel type stuff that you get. And let's do this one. We'll go somewhere in here. That looks like a cool color. So this, I mean, I think the color picking is pretty basic overall. It'd be nice to maybe have some cooler stuff in here, things like that. But here's something cool. Like here's just the subtle stuff. Like he's got the little Stephen Few kind of red dot going on because I've made some edits to this area right here. So that tells, that allows me to kind of trace back, what I have changed, what I haven't changed, things like that. So I think that's cool. It's got a dark mode and a light mode for the website overall. I mean, that's typically taken care of in browser settings and that sort of thing, but it's kind of a nice little feature. The view JSON feature, I haven't seen that from anybody, so that's kind of cool. I think you can like view the JSON before you download it, essentially, which is kind of nice. It does support importing an existing theme file. So that's really nice. That's a great feature. So you can have existing theme file loaded up, change a few things, export it back out. I have tested the exporting, and it works and that sort of thing. And the JavaScript is all formatted. But yeah, I mean, it looks fairly and pretty comprehensive. I mean, you can go in here. It's got the support for themes, icons, right? It's got all these different visual styles for bar charts, column charts. I mean, you name it, it's all in here, right? So is it as, again, you get into these things and it's like trying to compare, like, well, does it have absolutely every single setting possible? It's hard to, verify that, each of these different products. But again, I think it works very similar to the points and like Enterprise DNA and Power BI tips, right? I think it's a very similar kind of interface. It kind of goes the comprehensive route, if you will, versus like the BIBB, which is way more simplified. And I really think that like Power BI tips and Point and this tool could really benefit from take borrowing some concepts from BIBB to make things like this appeals to somebody that really wants to get in down and dirty and nitty gritty and set every single you know piece of the theme, right? Or every single setting that's in the theme. They want to customize all of it. But I think there'd be a lot of benefit. It's just constructive feedback, right? Is if they included some more dumbed down features, like maybe some existing pre-built themes, right? That you could be as like a starting point. I think that would benefit, so that people could come in here, they could pick a starting point, and they wouldn't be starting from scratch, right? I think that would be a very beneficial feature for not just this one, but like anything that's in this kind of style, like points and Power BI tips and that some features to just make it more accessible to the casual user. And I think that's something that BIBB really nails in their theme generator. So, but there's no reason why you couldn't blend the two together. Have some features to give you an easy starting point, and then still allow you to drill down. So you kind of have the best of both worlds. I think that would be really beneficial. So, okay, so so now we're gonna go move on to Power UI. So Power UI, I think I covered this product in a different video quite a while ago. I think they've added this theme generator, and so I wanted to cover the theme generator. Now, the theme generator, I hate to be too critical. Um, this theme generator is very basic, and you have to pay for it in order to use it, right? Not just you can do this, you can mess around with it, but if you want to actually download the theme, you actually have to pay for it, which is starting at $9 a month, up to $30 a month or $52 a month, right? So just to use it, you have to pay for it versus every other theme generator that's out there. There's plenty of free theme generators out there that do a really good job, and you don't have to pay for it. So I'm not sure why I would pay for this. And then let's get into, so it has like a light mode and a dark mode, right? It doesn't allow you to upload theme files, okay? It allows you to save them. You have these background elements. So if you like, you can see the difference. Like I've got this one. If I choose this, right, you can see the background kind of changed and that sort of thing. It does have the preview, which is really, really nice, right? This is something, I think the only other theme generator that has a preview is BIBB. But this thing is buggy as hell. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now. So like for example, to show you that, like if I go in here to customize the data color palette, right? It does have coolers integration, which would change these different things. But and it has, but the color picking itself is crazy basic, right? It just has hash code, right? In this coolers integration, but no other like color wheel or anything else. And this cancel button doesn't even work. Like I'm clicking this cancel button like multiple times and it does not work. And then if I do things like this, like, oh, I don't want this many colors. Oh, well, I want a couple. Oh, they're all the same color, right? It doesn't bring back the colors that I had. They're just gone forever, right? So this is just seems, I mean, it's a gorgeous design. Okay, don't get me wrong, it's gorgeous design, but what this tells me is that whoever created this cares more about design than actually having a working product, from what I can tell, because of all the, I mean, just you play around with this thing for 5 minutes, you find like 10 bugs in the thing. So I don't know. I don't know why I would pay for this, versus all the other tools that are out there that are free and work, are even better than this, in my opinion. So I did do the scorings, right? So I did the scorings. So Max came out with a 164, which again, it's very similar. It's akin to Power BI Tips and Point. It's right there in the same mix, right? I think it's easy to use. It's got okay color picking, right? Kind of standard. The JSON file, it's all formatted, looks nice. The preview doesn't really have preview, so gave that a 2. Upload, it does have upload, so that's good. On Lightning doesn't have that, but most of them don't. Seems very comprehensive, at least as comprehensive as a Max or as Power BI Tips and Point. It does not have saving, right, where you can kind of save it and then access it, within the service. That's different than exporting, right? And does it work? Yes, it works. And in fact, it kind of has some nice features in it that, like, I believe if I try to export this, it's going to give me a warning. Yep. So 0 and data colors must be a valid color code, right? Example. So it actually gives meaningful feedback and does validation before you actually download it. What it doesn't like this being black, because black is already a kind of a built-in color. You're going to get it regardless. So if I do that and then I do an export, right, then boom, exports, no problem. Okay, so very good. Power UI did not fare as well. Okay, still, it still has a decent score, but there's a lot of assumptions that go into that score. So ease of use, yeah, it's fine. It's ease of use. I'd say it's a little easier, but it's kind of easier because it's so much more limited. I guess you could say color picking. I could easily go with a 1 on this. I mean, it's bad, but it does have the coolers integration, so I said, okay, we'll give it a 2. The JSON file, I'm assuming the JSON file is formatted and giving it a 5. Again, benefit of the doubt, right? I'm not going to pay for that tool. Okay, I'm just not. I'm not paying not, whatever it is, $90 or whatever for that tool. I'm just not going to do it. Preview, it does have a nice preview, kind of as good as BIBB's, right? Does not have upload, does not have online editing, is not comprehensive. Saving does have saving. Again, I'm assuming, right? Because I can't test it because I'm not going to pay for it. And does it work? I'm going to assume it works, right? That if I downloaded that JSON file, that it would actually work. I mean, that's a big assumption considering the amount of bugs that I found in the interface. But again, we're trying to be generous here, people. But would I pay for a tool that scores a 152 over a free tool that scores a 164 or a 181, right? Or a 166? Or no, I'm not going to pay for that tool. Maybe, and maybe there's stuff in there that's appealing to for the subscription, right? That's not the theme generator, that's all the extra stuff. Maybe I'm not that graphic design guy, so I'm probably not the best judge of that. I didn't see anything in there I was willing to pay for. But maybe other people are. So I'm not the end all be all on that one. So that is the two theme generators that we're going to go through. Hopefully there's more theme generators coming out or people updating their theme generators. If you want an updated review of your theme generator because you've made massive edits and stuff, drop by, give me a comment on the video and I'll take a look at it. So that's all I had for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.